This is Frankly Speaking with Muyiwa Afolabi. Information, education, reformation and transformation. Get ready. Renew your mind. Reset your mindset with insights, ideas, and strategies for everyday performance and success in your career and your business. Yes, it's possible. Yes, you can do it. Of course, you can achieve it. It's all in your mind. Ladies and gentlemen, brace yourselves and please receive Muyiwa Afolabi, your practical career success coach. Enjoy.
Hey, good morning, everybody. How are you doing this morning? How did your night go? Hope you slept very well. I have a question for you this morning. How is your heart condition? How is the state of your heart? So this one I have titled Heart Condition. Heart Condition. Is this my life? Is this all there is to me? You begin to think. You arrive at a point in your life when you're utterly confused and at your very end. You do not know what else to do or how else to work it. You don't even know where and how to turn. You're stuck in a place and situation too hard for you to crack, too tough to cope with, and too overwhelming to comprehend. You don't even know the next step to take. You're too tired emotionally and psychologically to consider new options or initiatives. You have become devastated, discouraged, and shattered to be able to even think again. The world now looks impossible. Your life now appears out of your control. You feel all that's left is for you to just float and exist. You think all the principles and advice and ideas successful people share daily are just but a ruse. You're now almost sure this life is a tragedy. Your hope is all gone. Your faith is failing. No one appears genuine anymore. Everything appears just like a maze or a puzzle you can never resolve. You are disappointed. Many times as humans, we get inspired and motivated to try new things, new ways, new businesses, new careers, and even relationships. We believe we've had it all well thought through. We seek counsel and advice, and everyone says it's a brilliant idea. You think it over and over again, and everyone, including the experts, say to you, no fear, go ahead. It's a perfect idea. Then you invest, indulge, and attempt. Suddenly, the perfect, exciting idea, commended by everyone and endorsed by experts, begin to crumble. Unforeseen circumstances and developments truncate the possibility of success. You fight, you work hard, pull every string, run to everyone relevant, campaign, advocate, and fight hard to make it work as much as possible. But alas, it isn't going to work, and you gradually watch every dream and expectation dissolve and vaporize before your very eye. You're stunned, too shocked to think. It can't be, definitely. It's not the end, but trust me, after a few days, you'll realize it's just the way it is. You have failed. Disappointment has found its way into your case, and you're feeling it really bad. Disappointment. Disappointment is when you experience disconnection from an appointed expectation. When what you expect to happen does not happen due to circumstances and developments you didn't foresee, imagine, or think existed. Disappointment is most painful when it has its origin in people and not circumstances. It's easier to bear when it's a circumstance, but most difficult to take or handle if someone is the cause. When someone you love, trust, and respect makes you a promise and you believe this person so much so you've jettisoned other options and possibilities on the account of this promise, and at the end of the day, this person you so believed in lets you down with little or no excuse or explanation. You feel so bad, considering all the time, effort, and trust wasted, everything gone down the drain. You remember all the options you ignored and neglected on the account of this promise that has now failed you, and you get so pain. Disappointments can really be devastating depending on the importance of the matter or the investment gone down the drain, probably in cash, emotions, hard work, and time. It's painful. Disappointment is when a preferred option out of many fails to deliver, when your appointment is dissolved. The greatest pain could be the fact you had other consideration which you ignored, and now you look back in regret, especially if one of the considerations you rejected is now working out perfectly. If it has to do with people, you're hurt. They didn't keep their end of the bargain, and you begin to lose hope and confidence in people. Resentment, offense, and at times vengeance may begin to find roots in your heart. Think about this, my friend. Who has really hurt and disappointed you lately or a long time ago, and even now you're struggling to let go? The matter of fact is, this person may have absolutely forgotten about what he or she did to you, and they're free of the matter. The weight of the experience, unfortunately, still lies with you. Many times when we go through a disappointing experience, most initial reaction is shock and negative surprise. We then recoil into our shells. We find it hard to trust again. We retreat and then conclude everyone is bad and no one can really be trusted. We use the sad experience as a basis for future human interaction and personal vulnerability. Many times when we've been through severe disappointments, it lingers with us so long, so strong. People around us can feel it, but we never realize they do. We assume people can't notice, but it's so glaring. Most of the time, your opinion, your views, your perspectives, your advocacies, judgments, and interactive tendencies keeps mirroring your mind state. What you say, your conclusions on matters, and judgments reflect your heart condition. When your heart is bruised based on a disappointing experience, you could come across as wronged, offended, bitter, unforgiving, suspicious, arrogant, stuck-up, desperate, selfish, and often unfriendly. Yes. People can easily see it. Everyone can sense it. Everyone then begins to cope with you and choose to tolerate you. If they had a choice, they'd rather not want to be with you or be around you. But if you're a family or a colleague, they're left with no choice. Your heart condition is critical to how people see you and will choose to interact with you. My dear friend, it's time to come out of it. Come on, get over it today. I know they hurt you. I know it's painful. You gave so much, sacrificed so much, gave up too much, believed so much, offended many other persons. You did all you could and indeed gave your all, but they treated you bad and didn't appreciate you and all your sacrifice. They felt they earned it or deserved it somehow, failing to realize you gave it even though they didn't deserve it. Despite all the nasty things they did and said to you, you ignored and kept on keeping on, just hoping that one day the bad times will come to an end and the good times would finally show up, but it was never the case. They walked away and made a scorn of everything you valued, treasured, and sacrificed. They were bad and nasty to you. Yes, I understand. But you see, you must forget the past to move powerfully into a more rewarding and exciting future. It is time, my friend, to inject a new hope into your life and your situation. Stop counting and ruminating over what you think you'd lost. Start looking again at all you've got and the great things you can still achieve and accomplish with all you've got. You still have a sound mind, hence you can be creative and can build a most fantastic life for you again. for all to see and admire, even the very ones who disappointed you. Burst the past and embrace a great future. It's all up to you. Reintroduce yourself to your very best self before that disappointing experience and surge forward into purpose, into power, into potentials and personal possibilities. Dear friend, it's time to stop expecting others to do for you what you can do for yourself. Yes, feel the pain, acknowledge it, mourn it, recover quickly and forget it. When you hold on to pain for a long time, it destroys your heart. I'll never forget a young lady I counseled a few years ago. Her parents had asked she come see me on the account of marriage. She didn't want to marry the man they all loved and felt was good for their daughter. So I asked this 26-year-old pretty lady what the problem was, and her first response was, "The guy has nothing." I was stunned. "This is contrary to what your parents told me," I responded. They said to me, "This young man is very rich and successful. He has a thriving business in Nigeria and the UK, a house of his own at 32 and several cars." Yes, this young lady responded in near desperation. "All that I can get for myself. I don't need a man to give me all those things. I have a brain and I have my dreams. I can get all that by myself. What I need from my man, he can't give me. He's too insecure and doesn't listen. He talks about himself too much." Till today, I can't get over a very uncommon response. Dear friend, wake up and take responsibility for your life and yourself. Stop running after people to give and do for you what you can get and do for yourself. Take responsibility, and I assure you, you'd face less disappointments. When you lean on people, they let you down. My name is Muyiwa Afolabi. Thank you so much for listening to me this morning. Please enjoy your day.